This is a quick look at the SKEYE Mini Drone with HD camera. And I really love these little mini drones. They're just so fun, and whenever they're done well, they fly very well. They're very smooth and easy to use. And I believe firmly that this is a strong example of that. And I'll show it in action as well, but I wanted to give you a tabletop look first and just show you what comes in the package. So as soon as you open the box, you're greeted with the top of the drone, and everything is already pre-installed, which is nice. It's ready to rock and roll. And I can say that the body is well constructed out of a very thin and light plastic. I love the orange and white color scheme. Looks very cool. And the rubber feet on the bottom of each propeller is really great. I mean, it allows it to sit nicely down on a flat surface, so it's ready for takeoff. It does have an inbuilt 2 megapixel HD camera, which will give, some video, which, again, whenever I show this thing in action, I'll give you some of that as well. And then, of course, the battery is inside this guy, and you just, once you mate these two cords together, you're greeted by the flashing lights, which look great on this thing, by the way. They look fantastic in the dark. They look fantastic just in general. I love the high-vis look. Love the overall feel of this drone. It's so light, so small, and yet so powerful. I mean, this thing just really flies. So onto the controller that's included. It looks kind of like an Xbox, in my opinion, an Xbox 360 or Xbox One controller, just with single shoulder buttons instead of dual. And not every button on this is used. Obviously, the power button is there. And that, once you power that on and this is plugged in, you'll hear them sync up and you'll see the lights stop flashing, which is cool. You've got trim adjustments, and you've also got these upper and lower buttons here on this side are video and photo. So that'll allow the video to start or a photo to be taken, which is cool. I mean, you can do that remotely. I like that. And then, of course, here you've got your altitude adjustment. So essentially down is no throttle. It's really a throttle adjustment. So no throttle, and then push it on up through to full throttle, which will just send it flying. And then, of course, there's this will allow it to turn kind of, when I say turn, if it's in a flat plane and you turn it to the left, it'll start to spin to the left like this. And if you turn it to the right, it'll spin to the right. Whereas this controller is for movement. So if you have full throttle up and you press forward, it's going to go forward. Backwards, it's going to go backwards. Left, right. There's also this button up top, which is the flip button. So if you have the throttle going and you press the flip and right, it'll flip right, flip left, flip forward, flip backwards. And it'll actually do a full, the entire drone will flip over, which is really cool. And then this is the sensitivity adjustment, and there are only two. So there's, kind of beginner and advanced, and the advanced is really difficult to fly with for me, and mainly because I'm a beginner. But this thing's got a lot of room to grow into as you're learning to drive drones, and I think that's where this market is. It's an inexpensive drone. It's got a camera on it. You can do really cool stuff with that, but you can also really learn to drive one of these things with this controller. So otherwise included is a user guide, which talks about all the cool adjustments that you can make to the drone while it's in flight, and what the controller does and how it interacts with the drone itself. You get 4 extra propeller blades. That's 1 for each, and they are different. They're numbered. There's a 1, a 2, and a 3, and a 4. Actually, I take that back. There's actually 2 3s and 2 4s there, and then these are also numbered as well. These are numbered 1s and 2s. So you get a screwdriver so that you can actually remove those, and they're very easy to change just via that one screw. You get a micro SD card reader because this drone also comes with a 4 gigabyte micro SD card for recording that video and taking those photos. And then, of course, you get a charging cable for the battery, which is proprietary. I mean, it's USB to this 2-pin, system that they have going. So that's cool. So you can use your computer to charge it up. So that's the tabletop look. Let's take a look at it outside. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, I want to apologize in advance for this video. It's very windy
during this session, and I had my helpers out there with me running around and chasing the drone down as it would land difficultly because of the wind. It was very, very hard to fly this guy, and I'll tell you this up front: don't fly this thing if it's going to be, a good bit windy outside. Again, it goes back to my beginner level of flying these things. Honestly, when I'd made the tabletop video, I had flown it in the house, and I was amazed at how easy it was to fly in the house, especially on the beginner mode. But obviously, there's no wind in the house. And I figured, oh, well, taking it outside with a little wind, it'll be okay. And, it did perform. And I think somebody who was a more advanced flyer would have no issues whatsoever maneuvering. Although I don't think, a super strong wind is going to be usable for this. I mean, you can see like the strong wind was blowing there. That wasn't even me flying it forward. That was just me going straight up, and it just took off. So yeah, I mean, I wanted you guys to see it that way. Let me show you a flip here. So let me show you another clip real quick. So here we go. I'm going to flip it one good time and say goodbye to you guys. There you go. This has been a quick look at the SKEYE Mini Drone with HD camera. I hope seeing it on film has helped you. I again apologize that I was unable to get any footage. It was just far too windy. And thank you guys for watching. Ask me any questions if you have them.